Hi guys, welcome to another episode. I normally use the Gulp 5-inch swimming mullets. Today we're going to put that on the side and we're going to give plug bait a shot. I have 10 5-inch neon pink, doesn't really have a name of the, it's got like a little curly tail on the end of it. We'll see when we open up the package. So it's scented and we are going to give that a shot, see what it's all about. I've heard good things about it and we'll kind of compare it to our experience with Gulp. All right guys, if you like this content, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of the video, and hopefully we could bend the rod today. All right, so as you can tell, we do not have the squeaky drive today. I'm sure it's been driving you guys nuts in the previous videos. My 180 drive has like a really bad squeak to it. Yo, what's up? What? Yeah, I got in a little earlier than I thought. So how's any fishing accomplished yet?
Oh, definitely. More like Fluke and accomplished.
Did you get anything else? Did you get anything?
Honestly, like when I got that fish, that was the first fish I landed. I'd lost a couple fish.
Yeah.
And that thing hit like a sack of bricks. And then after that, I was getting bites, and then I got a short. Now tide's going slack.
Oh, all right. All right, so let's give this plug bait stuff a shot. Doesn't really have a name. It's just got a little curly tail, kind of like the little, it's like a small grub. It kind of looks 5 inches, but I don't know, looks a little smaller. We'll give it a shot though. Goes on the hook the same way. Seems a little more fragile, but it went on the hook a little harder. The tail seems a little more fragile, but you know, who knows? It does have a lot of, the tail works really nice in the water. I mean, so does the Gulp, but it's got nice motion, nice curling motion. It looks good with that pink and white bucktail. Try it out. Using a 1/2 ounce funky bucktail. Oh no, not 1/2 ounce. 3/4 ounce funky bucktail. 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, 15-pound braid, the Daiwa BG 3000, 7-foot St. Croix Mojo inshore, medium power, fast action. The same setup, pretty much every one of my videos. But I just like to say it, and it'll be listed. All the stuff I use will be listed in the description below. Little sea bass. Sea bass are thunder chicken. Thunder chicken. Better known as a pain in the ass. There we go. Thank you, sir. That's a good sign that plug bait's still on there after that Gulp. I mean, after that sea robin. They're known to, them and sea bass and porgies are known to absolutely annihilate Gulp. A little fluke here. That's pretty good. Oh, very light. Pulling them against a very light tide. What's up, fellas? That's definitely a keeper. Just in time because the hook came out of him.
What's going on out here?
Just caught the first fish of the day.
There you
Keeper Fluke.
Looks like a decent one. I got a 20-incher in the bag.
In the bag?
In my bag.
Oh, in the bag, really?
Yeah, in the bag.
Nice. Oh, I just dropped my bucktail over. Shit. Whatever. That'll make the blooper reel. I took it off to take the fish out of the net, but it's definitely a keeper. I just want to get an exact measurement. 20 inches. All right, definitely over now. All right, so first fluke of the day is a keeper on the plug baits, 5-inch plug baits. So, I mean, so far so good. I think I dropped down right on his head. Wasn't really down on the bottom for very long until I caught him, so it seemed like he was at the head of the drift. There we go. This feels like a nice sea bass. No, it's a thunder chicken. Very nice thunder chicken. Give me my bait back. Oh, I just had a nice hit. Hey, it hit like a ton of bricks. Here's the ultimate test if that tail's still on there, because that fish definitely had just the tail in his mouth. Moment of truth. Whoa, still has the tail. I mean, I think gulp wise that could have probably been torn off of there.
Pretty durable feeling.
I mean, I had a pretty good yank on that fish, man, and you could feel it like pull out between his teeth. I mean, the tail's still on it, so I don't know. I don't know if it's any better than gulp, but it definitely holds up. All right, so wind's blowing pretty good now out of the west, so we have a really fast drift. We got wind with the tide. I think it'd be a lot snottier if it was wind against the tide, so small. Actually, I don't know. He's kind of holding his weight. If he's a keeper, he's a very small keeper. Definitely a fluke. Shorty. What? Yep. Whoa. All right, buddy, you're going back in the water. You're going back in the water. Chill out. Probably 12 years ago you were a keeper when it was 7 fish at 14 inches. All right, so clearly it was much longer than 7 years ago. Probably back when I was like 15 years old. It was probably like 7 fish at 14 inches, but that's going on 15 plus years ago. Put another plug bait on. This one's getting kind of, it's coming off the hook pretty easily. But as you can see, it's been shredded up pretty good. The hook's been pulled through a few times. I mean, look at this. It's got like a slime on it. You can see it almost. My hands are wet from the fish, but it's hard to see. But the stuff's got like kind of like a slimy look to it on it. Like the oil that's in the bag seems pretty thick. I mean, it's pretty slippery too from it, which makes it a little tough to get on the hook, but just have to go nice and easy. nice bite. What the? Oh. This feels like a fluke. Oh yeah. Oh, what is? No, a little sea bass. Just felt good because we were fighting against the tide. Oh, we're kind of foul hooked him too, that's why. We didn't really get him in the mouth. Got him through the nose. That's why he's fighting a little harder than normal. A little fluke here. A little tiny guy. Just pulling him against the tide. Little tiny guy. He's a little in shock. All right, so today was kind of a tough bite. I don't really want to give the plug bait my full review just yet. We only have 2 more left in there, so we're gonna fish tomorrow. I'll go through the whole bag and then I'll do a review what I think of the plug bait. So far so good. I mean, I'm not complaining. Been about the same as Gulp. But I think we're going to do a 2-day trip here. We're fishing tomorrow, so this will be part A, and then part B, we'll do a 2-day trip video. Hope you guys don't mind, but so tomorrow, hopefully we get in some more action, and we'll see you on the flip side. All right, what's up, guys? So we are out here again. This is day 2. Yesterday we got a 20-inch fluke. Today we're hoping a little more action. We have the outgoing tide. Incoming tide for till probably almost noon, I think, like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, which is great. And we're going to continue this review on plug bait. We still have 3 left, so we're going to give it a shot. The one thing I will say is when I got home yesterday, I still had the smell of the stuff on my hands. So, I mean, after washing my hands and showering and cooking and stuff like that, it still had the strong odor of the whatever scent is in the bag. So I mean, I don't get that from Gulp, so that's the kind of stuff you think about in January and February when you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs. So my hands were pretty dry when I put that stuff on, so look at that oil from that plug bait. So whatever's on there seems like it's pretty thick. There we go. My hands are slippery from that oil. A little sea bass. Man. Yeah, little guy. We're looking for something a little bigger than that. Ooh, spit up a crab. Bait's still intact, which is good. I think it's really important to have a rag because my hand was slipping off the reel that whole time, so I guess when you put them on, you really gotta wash your hands to get the oils off. Oh, I just had a nice fish. He's back. Sea bass. Hey. Get in there. This one kind of looks like it got annihilated. So we're gonna flip it upside down. So the tail is kind of upside down. So that way if it gets torn off, you can flip it around and get one more use out of it. We're gonna try a different spot. It's been a little slow so far, so got a little bit of a pedal, but we're gonna check it out. Oh no, are you kidding me?
All right, so clearly my fish finder just crapped out on me. Went to shore to try to figure it out, but couldn't. So we're gonna go the rest of the day without the fish finder.
There's a sea bass. Pulling him against the tide, so. Yeah, little sea bass. They just feel so strong because you pull them against the tide. Well, that's it for the plug bait. My overall review, I would say it's good. I would definitely use it again. I would probably get something a little bigger though. I wouldn't get 5-inch. Probably get like a 6-inch or bigger. This is supposedly 5-inch. This is a grub, 5-inch grub, and those are significantly smaller. So I mean, I don't know if they labeled it wrong, but to me that seems more like a 4-inch fork tail. So if you're looking for like a 5-inch from plug bait, I would try to go with like a 6-inch or bigger, because it definitely seemed like it was a little on the smaller end. But you know what, I did like the like how oily it was. Like my hands are just wet, so you can't tell the difference, but like that stuff has like a heavy oil to it, oily feeling to it. So I think the scent probably stays on there a lot longer than the Gulp. But the Gulp you could just put back in the Gulp juice if you want. But I mean, I wouldn't say it's better than Gulp. I say it bigger advantage is the oily texture to the bait. But otherwise, I mean, it performed just as well as, I mean, it's been a slow bite, but I didn't see any difference in performance between Gulp and plug bait. So definitely worth the purchase if you're looking to buy some from them. I mean, I'll definitely purchase some from them again. So now we're back to the Gulp, the 5-inch swimming mullet. No, Jesus, 5-inch grub. Here's a little Fluke, little guy. Got a ways to go. It's just a little tiny thing. It's a good sign that we're still getting on some meat. Just want something a little bigger. Belly flop. All right, cool. We're on a little bit of a fluke bite here. I don't think it's, I mean, every time it gives me a good head shake, it feels pretty good. Hey, that's a keeper. All right, cool. He's a keeper. We'll double check him. We're not going to call it just yet. But for flying blind, we're doing pretty good. 19, 20 inch. Oh, 19 right on the money. That's 19 right there. Nose is up against the board. He's a hair over 19. In the cooler bag. Oh, he almost backed out. Oh, he's pushing back. All right. A nice biscuit. Take him. All right, we're not doing too bad. We got one keeper fluke, one keeper sea bass. A nice sea bass. Whoa, just took a dive. We'll take him. There we go. Here's something with a little bit of weight. Oh yeah, nice sea bass. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like we said earlier, plug bait was a success. I wouldn't say it's better than Gulp. I'd say it's just as good with some pros and cons, like I said earlier. So even with the fish finder crapping out on us, we still wound up having a good trip and put some meat in the bag. Alright, so thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and we'll see you on the next one.